All right. There's a yellow birch tree in here with 3 big pieces of chaga. We've been keeping an eye on it for a while, and it's a good example of where you really have to walk around the tree to be able to even tell that there's chaga there. This right here is a chaga poroid. We'll go up and take a close look at that in a minute here, but first let's look at this active chaga. Oh, you see that? That's a beauty. It's a double-headed chaga.
That's got to be damn near what, 2 feet? The top one, 2 foot long?
Yeah,
and 18 inches on that cone on the bottom?
We have 2 massive pieces of chaga growing on one massive yellow birch tree. This is Betula alleganiensis, the golden birch tree, also called the yellow birch tree. The yellow birch tree is specific to the Appalachian Mountains of the northeastern United States. They don't have the golden birch tree in Russia. They don't have the golden birch tree in Alaska. That is the special sauce of our Adirondack chaga. Chaga is superior when it comes from the yellow birch tree. This has just produced spores, which means it's the perfect time to harvest all of this chaga, having allowed the chaga to reproduce.
And it looks super dark as opposed to the end of summer where it's a little lighter too.
Yeah, that melanin. Right over here is a chaga poroid. So before I harvest that, I want to demonstrate this is probably the tree that spread the chaga to this tree. This is a chaga poroid. So make no mistake, chaga kills its host tree. And if we look closely, we would be able to find clear remnants of the chaga. But what it does is it rips open this bark and it reveals this porous structure called a poroid. And that's where the spores actually leave. And insects are drawn to it and they help spread it from tree to tree. But again, if we look right there at that yellow birch tree, it seems clear to me that the chaga spread from this poroid. So the most important thing that we do at Birch Boys is we actually count the amount of poroids compared to the amount of chaga fruiting bodies at each location we harvest before harvesting any chaga. When we scout the land, that's how we determine the viability of chaga's future. That said, let's get to harvesting.
Do that, say that, now that said, let's get to harvesting and just walk off.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
That said, let's get to harvesting.
I got that.
That's hilarious. Great, good. There's another chaga poroid right there. See that?
Yep. He loves chaga, guys.
I love this piece of chaga, I tell you what.
How long have you been watching this piece?
I've been watching this piece for about a year. To me, it looks like that top piece. See that one cone sticking out of that top piece? That is bigger. That's like a full-blown witch hat, you know, within that larger bowling ball chaga. They were like bowling balls last time I saw them, and they look like bowling balls with witch hats now. Definitely they've grown.
Can you take this out? Take this one out, take this one out. You.
Thank you.
It was just negative 15.
Yeah, this is a cold piece of chaga, frozen right on. Need a break, holy shit. When the chaga is this cold, when the low is negative 15 degrees at night, it freezes to the tree. So this was unexpected, and it may be wiser to come back on an easier day.
You can leave the top one and we can just go find other ones.
We could.
You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
like you have to.
True. Yeah, let me get the rest of the bottom one. That was easy. We just got a new harvesting machine for chaga. It's called a snow dog. We're gonna put the chaga in the sled and I'll show you guys our new rig. Put the chaga in the back. It's my opinion, the richest chaga habitat. We could either go way down this path and go a little off the trail, and there's some untouched stuff, or if we cut right here, went 1,000 feet and hit that line because it hasn't been logged. In here is pretty good because they more logged this stuff, but in here I've just scouted pretty good. So you let me know what you think after we pick this. Chris spotted this one.
Beautiful picture, perfect little hat.
Oh wow, yeah, man. Nice find, dude.
Little snow hat right there. Another horn going in the cot.
I think this one's gonna come off easy. I shouldn't have said that, knock on wood.
Oh.
Did I hit you?
No, but I should have closed my eyes.
Did you see that?
So we're driving the chaga through the woods right now, and you know, I just peered down this hill. I wanted to go into a depression, and lo and behold, chaga horn. Let's see if I can get this chaga horn off. One piece. One piece. It's just so amazing. I love finding it. I love hunting it. I love going through it. You know, I really appreciate all the time Garrett has spent in the woods with me, teaching me, and that's the one thing that I will tell everybody. And there's another chaga horn right over the camera. Is never touch any fungus or mushroom you don't know. That's the main thing. Know what you're harvesting. Whoa! Try to keep the snow off as much as possible. I'm gonna go grab this other horn. Here we go. Here we go. That's how we do it. We chaga hunt. I will find the chaga. Yes! Yes! I pulled up some chaga, came up to Garrett's massive horn.
Ah, it's a decent horn.
I mean, that's
This is a good
That's
one.
a serious piece of
This
chaga.
is weight, and the poroid is forming. Sustainable harvest. This is weight. Chaga by the pound.
frozen.
What's going on in there? Chris, you know, I've also noticed that spider webs are present at every piece of chaga, and I gotta wonder if spiders play a role in spreading their spores and helping them get to new trees.
There is spider webs on every piece of chaga. It's
And-
that one white spider web that's like thick.
Yeah, I looked into it. There's a, I had the spider species pulled up that makes that sort of web.
That's the web we're talking about.
Yeah, and you also find it on these poroids behind like peeling bark, you know, and you find all these.
Well, you get those little white sacks too.
Oh, there's some too.
Is that a honker?
I can't tell.
There's another basin one over there. I think we're in a grove.
It almost looks like it was harvested. You see that?
Yeah, I think we might be in a grove here.
Oh yeah, I see another one down there. Dude.
There's 3 of them on it.
Yeah, something about the genes of this chaga. The double and triple headed. There's another one that's triple headed way up there. It's gorgeous. It's not very big. That's a chaga poroid.
Yeah, but this is a perfect spot where you can let it kind of grow because
This almost looks like we could leave it. You know? It's gonna be a monster soon.
well, there's another monster over there, straight ahead. Peeking right through.
Yeah. Are you rolling with all this?
Oh, yes, I'm rolling.
Yeah, just to show how abundant the chaga is
Yeah, man.
in this area.
I love this shit. Are you kidding me? It's everywhere. If you're doing it in a good area, you can get about 8 to 10 pounds a mile.
I think in here, there's a lot more. I mean, we already have.
Yeah, well, no, when you get these clusters.
It appears to me the chaga left unharvested would kill all of the birch trees in here. I mean, very clearly that appears to be what's happening. And I think as a harvester, you play a role, you know, there's this triangle of interdependence in a happy medium where everything is self-optimizing. There's some baby chaga, well, not baby, or is that a hole? You see that at the base?
Yeah, I think
a
that might be
crevice.
chaga.
It's like a crevice with chaga in it.
Dude, that's a monster. That is not one you're gonna get now. You're gonna need a 20, 30-foot pole and you whack that off early spring. Wow, that is,
Dude, hey, come look at this, Chris.
what do you think? That's probably gotta be
24.
24 pounds, 20 pounds?
I was saying
Flat?
24 feet high.
Oh.
I'd say that wet weight, yeah.
Wet weight, 20,
Yeah,
25 pounds? 20, 25 pounds wet weight, which you dry it out and then you can make all kinds of things with it, which Garrett does. So that's the fun of this. You're out in the wild and it keeps people healthy.
The yellow birch trees are also unique because unlike the white birch tree, they can actually live through a chaga sporulation. It's rare and it might take off a limb or two, but that's another reason it's more sustainable. Or I should say, you have to treat Adirondack chaga differently for sustainable protocols because these trees are a lot different than white birch trees.
That is a monster piece.
That is. I wish I could get it.
He's in right now.
It'll stick out and get bigger, and we'll
You
be
should
able
plot
to match
that.
it.
Plot that on the map because
should.
that's a worthwhile one.
That's where we are now.
Why don't we go to that marked, what's the marked location?
That was the triple horn.
What Garrett was just doing was just marking on a map where the chaga pieces are, so come back in the spring when it's not frozen like solid.
Literally like pieces this big, like
It's a triple.
yeah, dude. Something about the genes in this area. Triple horns.
That one
That
with
one-
the pole, that one would come down real easy. There's no pole.
It is fascinating how much you miss in the summer. Because I went through all of this.
Ooh, here comes that snow. This one's gonna be a difficult move. There's a branch right behind your butt.
Yeah, it's giving me support.
Oh, got it. It's moving.
Oh, I wanted to catch it.
Yeah, but that's a gorgeous like cross section right there.
I'm dancing in this tree here. Get my gloves and hat.
On the phallic chaga.
That is an awfully phallic chaga.
It's you know, It's large and full of black melanin.
It is. Well, mushrooms are reproductive organs, you know. It's not a mushroom, it's a sclerotia, but...
It's negative 15, and if that's shrinkage...
Oh boy. Yeah, it's still got the...
Still got the girth on her.
Yeah, and the firmness.
Yep.
I bet it's gonna be real hard.
You can really get a hold of her.
It's gonna be a hard piece of chaga.
Might even be able to do a pull-up on that.
Alright, it's gonna be a jump.
Oh, he's got to jump to hit this thing.
I think it's better to hammer this one.
Yeah?
It's like...
I feel like this isn't going to end well.
What did I say?
You hammered it!
I don't know the words to best describe this piece of chaga, but it's a special one. Okay, north is that way. I always look on the map before I go into an area to know. So I think we gotta go northwest, like right there.
Okay. We can always follow our footsteps back, so that's...
Nah, I think we just go downhill. The water, you know, the creeks run down to the river there. We just go downhill and we'll hit the road.
Back to the trail. Well, we topped her off, boy. Now, we got a snow dog at home. Get the train moved around.
Chaga.
Do you think we should unlatch it? Just backfiring. Just backfiring, that's it.
Oh, is that normal?
Yep.
Okay. Fire shoots out, you know.
Yeah, it backfired.